7 and welcome back to the channel. iRacing is expensive, it's controversial, it's punishing, and the learning curve, brutal. So why do I actually think it's the best sim for beginners? Firstly, welcome to all the new subscribers. It is awesome to have you absolute legends with me as I embark on this mental journey of sim racing. So in the last video, we covered whether LMU was a good title for beginners to start with. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it at the end of the video in the end splash screen thing. Be sure to check out if you haven't already. So what is iRacing? It covers just about everything you need from sports cars to Formula, Oval, Dirt Oval, and Rallycross. You pay a base subscription, and then you can purchase additional cars and tracks on top of that depending on what you want to race and what series you want to race. I'll get back to that in a minute. Think of it kind of like Amazon Prime Video, only much, much better. You've got the base service, and then some stuff costs extra. But don't let that put you off though. The whole system runs on a seasonal calendar with structured weekly races across every discipline. There's also a couple of built-in progression systems. You start in the rookie class, and as you race cleanly, you level up through the license classes by gaining safety rating. Then you have iRating. This is how the game matches you with similarly skilled players. We'll talk more about both of these later, so don't worry. Now, all this might sound a bit intense and maybe a bit overwhelming, but trust me, once you've done a few races, it all starts to make sense. But don't worry, I'm going to break it all down for you. I'm going to make it easier for you to understand, to help you get into the game and make your life easier. Pricing. Let's talk about the elephant in the pit lane. What an absolute shocking line that is. I'm so sorry.
It's awful, 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 awful.
But the major downside of iRacing, this is what makes this title so controversial, is the pricing. So as I've previously said, iRacing uses a subscription model with monthly, 3-monthly, yearly, and 2-yearly options. Now, new users do get 40% off directly through iRacing, so don't do this through Steam. Go direct to iRacing, you'll get a better discount there. And some motorsport partners, i.e. Motorsport UK, sometimes offer up to 1 year for free, so make sure to look around for those. But here's where it gets really spicy. Once you're out of rookies, if you want to race in more advanced cars like GT4 and more well-known tracks, you need to buy them. Cars, $12 each. Tracks, $15 each. Now there are discounts available, so the more you buy, the more discounts you unlock. Buy 3 items, get 10% off. Buy 6, get 15% off. License 40 pieces of content, you get a permanent 20% discount. So for those of you keen over here, you'll notice I said license. You're buying access to this content. You don't own it by any stretch. That's the problem. And yes, you guessed it, if you don't have your sub, you can't access that content. That's one of the big downsides, and that's what makes this title so controversial. My other major issue with this is you can't try cars before you buy them. The only way to do it is in a maintenance window. That happens roughly every 12, 13 weeks, unless there's some unscheduled major downtime. So yes, iRacing can be expensive, no question. However, you can stay in rookies for a long time and still have a huge amount of fun. If you want to stretch out even further, you can do sports car for 1 season, Formula, Oval, Dirt Oval, Rallycross. There's 5 seasons. That's over a year just in the base subscription. So it doesn't have to be that expensive. So is iRacing beginner friendly? Let's address something. iRacing's main selling point is online races. There are AI races too, and we'll talk about those later. But the main reason you play this game is multiplayer. So when you start sim racing, there is a lot to take in. And doing this in fast GT4 or GT3 cars, it's just easy to get overwhelmed. But in iRacing, you start slow. The rookie cars are simpler and more fun to drive. Not to mention, iRacing supports multiple racing disciplines from day one. So when you just try to figure out what type of racing interests you the most, which is all of us when we first get into sim racing, it makes sense to do it on a platform that just offers it all. Some people love how iRacing feels. Others hate it. Personally, I'm on the side that loves it. To me, no other game feels like iRacing. So why is iRacing the best sim for beginners? iRacing gives you one thing that other sims just don't. Structure. So as I've said, you start off in slower cars. So key things like trail braking, for example, they're still important. You still want to learn them, but they're not key straight away. You also get to try all the disciplines right away, but you're not overwhelmed. That's the good thing about it. You have much more limited access to races to begin with, thus reducing that kid in a sweet shop feeling that you get when you first start sim racing and you want to try everything. Trust me, I understand it, but that can hinder you more than it can actually help you. In rookies, races run every 15 minutes, so you've got tons of bum and seat time and you get it quickly. That's the important thing we need to look out for as beginners. Getting races in quickly. Not to mention all the helpful stats you have access to in the game at your fingertips, but don't let these stats overwhelm you. In a few days, you'll start to realize the stats that are important to you as a person because it varies for all of us. So voice chat is underrated. It's something that most people should use and some people don't, unfortunately. It's great for calling out if someone's putting you under too much pressure and you want to yield a position. Just say, hey, dude, I'm going to let you pass on the next straight. Don't make a move. They're likely to hold off, not do something stupid and take you both out. So that helps reduce the stress. It's also really, really good if someone is, I don't know, squeezing you, try to squeeze you off the track. It's kind of like, hey, dude, I'm here. You're taking my space. They might not have seen you, so call it out in voice comms. It's also really, really good for listening to the trash talk. The trash talk could be outstandingly funny. It's a tool. Make sure you use it as a beginner. And most importantly, you grow in this game. There's so many different aspects to this game and the different disciplines you can learn and the different license classes you go against, the different iRating classes you go against. Trust me, you could play this game for years and still be learning after 5 years. I assure you. Did you know if you actually subscribe to this channel, you can gain 1/10 per corner per race? And if you like and comment, that's another 10th you can get. Give it a try. That's so bad. So is the iRacing AI any good? It's not terrible by any means. It's perfectly functional, but that's not why you play iRacing. It's decent for getting used to the cars, it's decent for getting used to the tracks. But trust me, multiplayer is where the magic happens in iRacing. This is what this game does, and it does it better than anyone. No one comes close. So would I subscribe to iRacing just for the AI races? No. It's an instant no from me. The fact that you have to buy the cars and tracks, it just isn't worth it. Now, they are working on a career mode. I'll report back on that when it comes out and let you know if it's actually worth it. However, if you have to buy the cars and tracks and that's just dead on arrival straight away. If you're a single player AI only racer, I do have the next video in the series that's going to cover the best sim for you to start with. So make sure you subscribe and I will cover that in that video. Okay, so performance. It doesn't run as well as it looks like it should, in all honesty. It runs fine, don't get me wrong, but there are better looking games out there that also perform much better. Like LMU, I can run this flat out at around 115 to 120 FPS with peaks to 144, which is my max refresh rate. And I'm doing that on a 7900 XTX with a 7800 X3D with 32GB of RAM. You will be fine on older hardware though. I don't foresee you having any issues on that. Now for my VR brethren, life is darn good here. It's easier to run than most other games in VR. It does look a little bit dated, but it does work really, really well. Again, I have this running beautifully in VR. So if you want a video on that, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do it, happy to help you out. Overall, a solid VR performer. Okay, so the iRacing package. Why should you get this as a beginner? The package that iRacing offers and the service it offers is second to absolutely no one. iRacing offers you far more than anyone else. It has a huge, humongous series lineup that is quite frankly redonkulous. It has a fair dispute system and it's fast, so repeat offenders get suspended or they get removed from the platform altogether. Now the only way that works is if you actually use the dispute system, so I encourage you, if someone does something stupid, use the dispute system. Worst that's going to happen is you're going to get told it's a racing incident. You have all the stats and all the race data at your fingertips, including a vital tool that us beginners need, an indication of lap times for the series you're racing in a given car and a given track, given to you at your iRating. Seriously, as a beginner, this is huge for helping you know when you're quick enough to actually be competitive in a race. It's polished, it's deep, and it's all wrapped up in a single UI for you. It might not be the best UI, but it's a single UI. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments, what's your favourite sim title and why? And if you don't have one yet, just drop your favourite emoji. iRating and safety rating explained. Okay, so here's where we're going to get a little bit deep, and I apologise, but we do need to cover this. There are two main things that tell other drivers around you just how good you are. iRating and safety rating, with the latter being further indicated as a license class. With the license class being the most important, yet the most misleading generally. You need to gain license classes in order to access air quotes better content, but then you have people that cheese it just to get to that content, and then they have no racecraft or skill to remain there. So first let's tackle iRating. iRating is a zero-sum rating system, so you gain iRating if you finish in the top half of a race, and you lose it if you don't. The further up the rankings you are, the more you gain, and vice versa. The further down you are, the more you lose. For someone to gain iRating, another must lose it. No iRating is generated through a race, It's all just exchanged. Okay, so now safety rating. This one's a little bit more nuanced, so forgive me. Safety rating is broken down into two areas: license classes and the rating within them. So when you start in rookies, you'll have a safety rating of 2.5, race clean, avoid crashes, avoid off tracks, and you will gain rating, even if you come in dead last and a lap behind. Safety rating is gained on a per corner basis, so the more corners you do in your session, i.e. the 2-minute practice, the qualifying, and the race, they all contribute towards the rating gained. When your safety rating hits 3.0, you level up at the end of a season. Hit 4.0, boom! Instant promotion. But for rookies, this is a little bit different. Get to 3.0 and you'll instantly get D-Class. Now, the opposite happens when you get too low. Drop below a safety rating of 2.0 at the end of a season and you'll get demoted. Go below a safety rating of 1.0, A, means you've been a bad boy, and B, insta-demoted. But don't worry about this for now. Rookies and D-Class are exempt from demotion. Thank the Lord. So don't stress about this. So you start from rookies, then you move to D, C, B, A. You all know the alphabet. And finally you get to pro. But these are not transferable between the racing disciplines. So you can easily be a C-Class or a pro in sports and be an absolute rookie in Formula. But take your time. Enjoy the ride. Avoid cheesing. So you'll see videos out there that tell you how to get out of rookies faster. Don't cheese it. Race properly, qualify properly, learn your racecraft, and just enjoy it. This is a fun part of the journey. Tip number 2, maximize your safety rating. I consistently see people that skip practice, they skip qualifying, they do the race, and then they jump out straight after the finish line. You're missing safety rating by doing that. Your practice session will give you safety rating. When it comes to qualifying, you will get 2 laps to qualify. However, that's a 10-minute session. That's 10 minutes of driving around the track, going through corners without incident. They will give you safety rating. Don't miss that. When it comes to the race, your safety rating award only finishes when the last person crosses the finish line, so use the full time. Tip number 3, avoid the BMW M2. It's very twitchy, it's very difficult to drive as a beginner. Tip number 4, solo practice is your friend. You do not affect your safety rating in solo practice. That is for online stuff only, like qualifying, online practice, races, time trials. Tip number 5, don't jump out of rookies too early. The tendency is to get to the better stuff quickly, but trust me, a lot of the fun on this journey is the rookie series. And as soon as you get out of that rookie series, you're going to hit the paywall, and then you've got a decision to make. Stay in rookies, stay with what you know, have fun, learn your racecraft, learn your skill, learn your strengths as a player, learn what you need to work on, and do it in the rookie class, where the punishment is far, far less. You can still be D-Class and still do the rookie races. There is no problem with that. Tip number 6, use the iRacing Buyer's Guide. What that's going to do is you can link all the series you're interested in when you get out of rookies and you go to D-Class. If you want to progress, you can link all the series you're going to be playing, and it will tell you the common tracks across that series. So it will tell you where your smart money spending should be. Trust me, it's going to save you some money. Tip number 7, read the iRacing Sporting Guide. All the stuff that you're going to ask, that's going to be answered in that guide. I will link the guide, I will link a link to the iRacing website, and I will link a link to the iRacing Buyer's Guide in the description. They'll all be down below. Okay, so that's why I think iRacing is the best sim for beginners to start with. It's fun, there's tons of races, there's tons of series, it's got diversity, there's endless multiplayer races. It is the best platform when it comes to online races. The stats it gives you, the data it gives you to help you improve. It just has everything, and I wish that other sims had what iRacing had to offer so that it had more competition. And on top of that, as a rookie, you can race every 15 minutes, which means you get bum in seat time, which is vital to helping us get better at this hobby. So once again, I've been Just Dave, reminding you all to keep your rubber side down, never give up, stay positive, and remember, we do this for fun, so be nice to each other. Until next time, take care.